What's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Pokemon Showdown today in the zero use tier, and using this team I made around Wyrdeer. As you can see, it's not its normal seed, calm mind, stored power sets with some terrain. We're going to be using its signature move, Psyshield Bash, but we're also going to be using Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray. I had fought a Regigigas the other day that was running, I believe, Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray as well. It also had Knockoff and Drain Punch, so it was very disruptive. It was able to remove items and passively heal a little bit. Of course, it's a lot weaker and slower because of its ability. I don't think they ever got past slow start, but it was really disruptive. And I've been wanting to use Wyrdeer, and I was looking back at some older Stantler sets, and in Diamond and Pearl I had seen that Stantler ran Parafusion, which basically Thunder Wave paralyzes and then Confuse Ray confuses, so that's what Parafusion is. And I was like, dang, Wyrdeer could do that. And I was like, we could also throw on Psyshield Bash on there. And I want to use the signature moves, especially like Wyrdeer's signature move, because the 100% chance to raise your defense just sounds really cool. Even though this thing doesn't have body press, and for whatever reason this move can miss, and it's weaker than Zen Headbutt. So I mean, I don't know. They both have a weird downside, but it sounded fun to kind of throw all these things on the same set and see how it does. So yeah, let's go over the team real quick and then we'll get into the games. So we also have Intimidate for our ability, so we can also take physical hits a little bit better. Intimidate's pretty decent. Sap Sipper could also be nice, but I think Intimidate in general is a little bit better. Leftovers for passive recovery. This thing doesn't get Wish like Farigiraf. It does still have like a lot of moves, like a huge amount of moves. Most of them are in the usually useless moves category, but it does have a lot of moves up here as well. Mostly special, but I mean, it has Earthquake for physical coverage. That's probably the most notable one. And then Throat Chop, and then of course Terra Blast. As you can see though, we're just going with our 2 stabs. I think like whichever moves we kind of go with, if we're running both Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray, if you go with Earthquake instead of like say Double Edge, if you still want to use Psyshield Bash, Earthworm already resists the Psychic and normal moves and then is immune to Earthquake. Mesprit is immune to ground because it's a Psychic type, so without Double Edge you can't hit Mesprit. Sableye is a whole nother thing. It's a Ghost Dark type, so it's immune to both of these. There's quite a few things that are immune to the normal Psychic Stab combination because it's not very good, but I think it's fine. And we have as long as you know which stuff you can't hit with this, like Earthworm, Rotom can pretty easily deal with. Mesprit's a little tricky, but we have some other things for it. Actually, we have Double Edge to hit Mesprit, what am I saying? And then something else is like bulky ground types. Of course, you can't paralyze them. So Rotom again is pretty good versus it. We've got a Fizdef Spiritomb that's pretty good versus that. Pilosand could be a little bit annoying. I don't have Surf on Whiscash, but we have status and other ways to do with Pilosand. But I think basically the main idea, and of course we're going max HP and attack and just a little bit of speed because we're wanting to take hits and deal a little bit of damage. But the main idea is just to be disruptive and maybe force them to switch, spread status, maybe buy a turn or two. But actually Thunder Wave is really valuable for our team because of the last mon here, Frostmoth. So Frostmoth's got this massive special attack stat. It also has Quiver Dance and like a suboptimal speed, but definitely usable. But with paralysis, if we've paralyzed things, we could just maybe outspeed those things and hit them with an Ice Beam or a Terra Ground Terra Blast, which is a great coverage combination. Or we can get off a sub and buy ourselves a turn if they happen to hit themselves in confusion or get fully paralyzed. Sub synergizes with all of the status that we have on the team too, so it just buys us turns. So we're not just trying to Wyrdeer's not going to be winning us games, but he is going to be supporting the team in that way. And one other thing is that usually with Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray, if like they are getting a little unlucky, and even if they aren't, it'll force them into a situation where they might want to switch a little bit more frequently than normal, which is why we also have hazard stacking and a lot of ways to prevent hazards from being removed. We don't have Taunt, but we have 2 Ghost types and we have a Defiant user, so if they do want to remove our hazards, we can maybe capitalize on that by switching to Pissimian on a Defog, or we could just try and Spin Block with Spiritomb or Rotom. So I'm really excited about this set. It's more of a fun set, but yeah, Wyrdeer is a cool Pokemon, and I'm excited to use Psyshield Bash and get to use these things. Confuse Ray is also 100% accurate, but most of the time I think you want to go for the Thunder Wave first, since this status doesn't get removed when they switch. Confuse Ray, of course, you know, they switch out and they can get rid of that, but Thunder Wave, it'll stay on them. And there's so few Pokemon that have heal bell. I think there's like 1 or 2, like Happiny and Chimecho down here. So besides for natural cure, if we can get a thunder wave on, it's sticking. And then confuse ray just, you know, makes it even worse. Terra Fairy's a nice defensive Terra type. It could be something else. I don't think you'd probably really want to tear this thing anyways, but yeah. Then next thing we've got, like I already said, ground types are kind of annoying. We're also going to be spreading status. There's a couple things we can't hit at all with this thing. And Rotom's pretty good against a lot of those things. It also is a ghost type and has access to Hex, which deals double the damage if, or it has double the power if they're statused. So Hex is a solid move paired with a Parafusion. And Rotom can also spread status itself with Will-O-Wisp, and it can pivot with Volt Switch and then has recovery with Pain Split. We're just going with leftovers and Terra Steel, but still having max attack and speed. So we're going to be able to do a little bit more damage this way. But I like Rotom a lot, being immune to paralysis itself. Like it's kind of nice versus like a Sandaconda's Glare, and immune to its ground move. They can hit us with the rock move, and I'm kind of like maybe wanting to have HP, but I think if we don't have attack on this and just go HP, we might not be able to get KOs that we'd usually be able to get, and that's something I don't want to happen. So I haven't calced a whole lot. Like I don't have a lot of things in mind, but I'd rather just have the attack, but maybe more bulk would be better. And then because we have a pivot here, and like I said, we already said we're going to be hazard stacking, I thought Pissimian was also a nice partner for the team. So it can pivot alongside Rotom. It can also knock off items. And as I said, it can kind of deter Defog a little bit, mostly from like Decidueye is probably the most likely thing. Cramorant can Hurricane us or Surf us, and we take a lot from that, but we do have pretty decent physical defense. So if we expect like a Decidueye to Defog, we could capitalize on that with this. Otherwise, it can knock off items, has a really strong close combat, U-turn, and then Earthquake for coverage. I really like Scarf Pissimian. Terra Fighting to boost our close combat, and then, or you could go Terra Dark, but we have a dark type already. We have other options, so I think just going with Terra Fighting. And then we got Whiscash. With Oblivious, it can't be taunted, so it's pretty much gonna get up some hazards, which is nice. We have both Stealth Rocks and Spikes, Heavy Duty Boots. As you can see, we don't have hazard control, and that's something that's not super great, but I think the idea is I'm hopefully trying to make the hazards worse for them than it is for us, because we're going to be also spreading status. So but if you can avoid being hazard stacked on, that would be good. But yeah, we just have Stealth Rock, Spikes, and then instead of Surf, we have only Earth Power and Stone Edge to hit like Oricorio or Charizard. The Quiver Dancers like Frost Moth and Oricorio all don't mind our special attacks as much, so Stone Edge is nice alongside Earth Power for like the Edge Quake coverage. And then we just have Terra Dragon to like actually resist water or resist grass and maintain our fire resistance. This thing, I'm like, I want to have Surf on here for Pylo Sand, and Ice Beam would also kind of be nice, but I'd rather have both the hazards. I've tested the team, but I haven't tested enough to really know for sure what I want. But yeah, and Heavy Duty Boost is because we don't have hazard control, so it's an electric immunity as well. It's something that can take some special hits or so. Then next we got Spiritomb. Rotom can't really spin block on everything by itself, so Spiritomb can kind of help versus that, versus a lot of the other things. Spiritomb also has access to Will-O-Wisp, but also Toxic, which is really good. It's got Pain Split and Leftovers for recovery. Foul Play deals a lot of damage to physical attackers since it uses their attack stat. And then we have Infiltrator, which Infiltrator plus Toxic I think is like our best way to deal with special attackers. You could go Hex instead of Toxic, and it would obviously make a lot of sense and synergize with Will-O-Wisp and Thunderwave. But I think against a lot of the special attackers, like the ones I'm thinking of mostly that I'm scared of is like something like Ferograph, that's a normal type, or even Dunsparce. You can't Hex those things, and Will-O-Wisp is not going to do a whole lot. And if they get up a sub, those things usually don't sub, it'd be more like a Mesprit maybe, or even a Frostmoth, but Toxic is much better. So instead of having Hex, we're just going to be Toxicking those things. And against the physical attackers, we should be fine with Foul Play plus Will-O-Wisp, but we won't be dealing as much damage without Hex initially. But I think Toxic is better for some of those problematic things. And then Infiltrator lets us go through sub screens, all these things. So I like Spiritomb, and it could come up that Terra Poison could absorb T-Spikes if we really need to, or give us a 100% accurate Toxic, because we can't miss one or a Poison type. And then Frostmoth, I already said, synergizes nicely with the Thunderwave support. I think with sub up and with all the statuses, you know, it just gives us turns for the statuses to rack up damage. If they happen to be paralyzed or confused, we could get a free turn if they hit themselves or get fully paralyzed. It's also able to take ice attacks like freeze dry, which Whiscash doesn't like. So it is like an ice resist kind of in that way. But it's really scary sweeper. With ice scales, it has the receives half damage from special attacks, and then ice beam plus terror ground for coverage, and then of course quiver dance. So that's the team. I'm excited to use Wyrdeer. Hopefully the team works pretty well, but either way, it'll be a fun time. So let's get in the games. All right, we got one up against Snorlax, Rotom, Passimian of their own. They got a Sand Slash, they can't be paralyzed, and Rotom, they can't be paralyzed, but our Psyshield Bash is actually pretty good. Wyrdeer is not horrible against Sand Slash. If they're not Rocky Helmet, like, we're not going to hurt ourselves, which is a good thing. We do speed tie with them. Probably. We don't have a whole lot of speed. But they do have hazard removal with the Sand Slash and probably hazards of their own with the Sand Slash. So if we can kind of prevent them from just stacking them up, that would be good. Passimian also has Defiant, so it'll get a boost from our Wyrdeer. So yeah, we don't want them to hazard stack on us, and we'd like to maybe get rid of, I don't know, just get Wyrdeer and get it doing some stuff. So maybe lead something that matches up well against Sand Slash, Passimian. We can lead with the Spiritomb. They lead this. All right, this thing has Toxic, unfortunately. Pretty sure. So some things might be getting Toxic here. I don't really want this to get Toxic. Really nothing. I don't really want anything. I guess Wyrdeer wouldn't be the worst thing. Okay, cool, they Leech Seed. Man, if we had Sap Sipper. All right. Well, I'm guessing they're going to go into Sand Slash, but we'll Psyshield Bash. Whoa, they go Snorlax. We're not special. We do give them quite a bit of recovery, though, because of we have a pretty good HP stat. We can go right into Spiritomb. We could Thunder Wave this thing, but it also has, I think Thunder Wave is the least valuable status on this, so I think let's just go Spiritomb. They double into Gloom. Okay. Are they gonna Toxic this time? Honestly, Thunder Wave would be good on Gloom out of all of them, so I'm gonna go back into Wyrdeer. And now I'm gonna Thunder Wave. Cool. All right. Hey, we're not badly poisoned. That's not bad. And if they have Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed, Strength Sap, Giga Drain, maybe they don't have Toxic. I swear I've seen fought them and they've had Toxic, which is why I was thinking that. I kind of want to save this, and we're gonna just kind of be chipped down a lot. So, though our Rotom is pretty nice, so I mean, we could even just go right into Frostmoth. But we don't have any hazards up, and they have a Snorlax. So I don't think we're going to be doing a whole lot until Snorlax maybe gets statused. And they have the Porygon, but we could actually probably beat Porygon with Frostmoth. So yeah, I think we want to save this. I think let's go Rotom, because we can pivot or we can actually deal damage. And yeah, I think we'll try and go for a Hex first. If they go Snorlax, then we'll Will-O-Wisp, then Volt Switch. Oh wow, all right, they go into their own and they're dead because we crit them. Whoops. Actually, maybe it didn't matter. 31% chance. Okay. This comes out, I think we just go Spiritomb. We'll lose our stuff. Then let's go for, I don't know what they switched into last time, but I think Toxic would be the most ideal thing to get off here. So if they go Gloom, it is what it is. How much Gloom? What's a Gloom's HP stat? 60? It's better than ours. It's Pain Split. Alright, we're still a little higher than we were. Then we'll go Rotom. Okay, they'll each see it again. I'm just gonna Volt Switch. Okay, cool. Porygon comes out. They get the attack raise. Oh, I remember these things running Return in the past. They don't have access to that though anymore. But they could with download run Return in like Ice Beam or something, which was cool. I think maybe we go Whiscash and get up something now. I think we go for a Spike. Try attack, we're Spit F. So we sort of take that. Sort of. I don't know if we want to get up more than one because of the Sand Slash. So I'm curious, do they have Bolt Beam or what? I think let's go Rotom again. Okay, Sand Slash comes out. Cool, cool. We will Will-O-Wisp this now. And they did take the Spike, so that means they... Did we see an item? No, they took the Spike. Maybe their helmet. We'll Volt Switch. Another... Maybe rocks? Or maybe just more spikes? Oh shit, they're Trick Room. Okay, I did not expect to see Trick Room. So maybe that's not even a... Maybe that's not even a... Maybe that's just an offensive Snorlax. We saw leftovers, right? No, we didn't. They might be choice banded. That would be really cool. Well, I think we just Earth Power. Okay, we don't do any damage. And now we kind of want to stall out the Trick Room turns at the same time, so I think we just Spike. And then we will Spike one more time. And I think I'm okay to let this die. We'll Earth Power. Yeah, if they just Trick Room again, we're gonna stall out some turns still. I don't think it's that bad. It's not that great. They recover again. And they're gonna have only two turns of Trick Room. Try attack, recover. Trick Room. They've got to have Ice Beam, I think. Maybe Shadow Ball, actually. That's probably what it is, Shadow Ball. There it is. All right. So we can go Wyrdeer and probably live a hit. Or we could go Frostmoth and go for the sub and just hope we don't get status, but I really don't want to do that yet. So I think let's go Wyrdeer and go for a... Let's go for the 100% accurate Confuse Ray. And then we will Double Edge. And Double Edge is kind of cool because we can knock ourselves out if they don't kill us. So, and then we will go into Frostmoth after that. And I think Frostmoth, even though Snorlax is Snorlax, like, we have all these spikes up. They don't have leftovers. I guess I don't know if they have boots. They could have boots. But we'll sub. Oh, dang it. We do die. Okay. I'm just going to Quiver Dance. We could sub, but I mean, it makes more sense to do this, I think. Okay, they took all the hazards. Okay, we go Spiritomb. They did switch hard into it, so they are scared. Do we know anything about Snorlax based on that? Curslax, Heat Crash did 18%. So they have some attack. Guess that's all we know. Let's just go Rotom to pivot. I mean, I could Pain Split, but I don't think we're gonna get anything out of that, so. You know, let's just Will-O-Wisp. In case. Okay. Now this comes out. This could get paralyzed. I think it's Pain Split. We'll stall out a Leech Seed. Technically, I think we maybe lost some HP there. Let's go Passimian instead of Rotom this time. And then still try and get in the Frostmoth. Okay, that did a lot. I'm gonna just U-turn. Hopefully they Strength Sap instead of Leech Seeding this time. Because then Frostmoth can come in and sub. Okay, they Sludge Bomb. We don't get poisoned. Sub. Nice, Quiver Dance. So they were just sacking this, and now we're gonna get 2 Quiver Dances. Maybe we just get 1 though. Spiritomb to Snorlax, or Frostmoth to Snorlax. +1 Terra Grounds. We still don't kill. So we Quiver Dance again. Now we'll outspeed Scarf Passimian. Okay, they do rest. Oh, and they were Chesto. Okay. At +2, we don't 2 KO. Spiritomb again. And I think we go for Pain Split. We have so little HP right now. I think it's okay. And I wonder if they have Curse Body Slam, because that could still be pretty scary. They haven't Terra'd. We could still very much lose to this thing. Yeah, maybe I should have just stayed in with the, because Heat Crash. No, I mean, we were only +2. I guess they don't have leftovers. So I guess it would have been a 3-hit KO. I could have went for it. Actually, wait. How much health are we at? 56. There's a chance we could have died from either of these, so I don't think we wanted to do that. So I think we switched. Switching is all right. Right? Now, I think they might Strength Sap again, but I don't know. Let's go Frostmoth. All right, they Leech Seed. We could just Ice Beam and kill this. We're gonna go Rotom. Then we'll Will-O-Wisp. We still have enough HP to sub. We just need to be able to sub ones versus Porygon or Gloom. If we burn this too, then they'll be forced to rest. It'll just be a little bit more passive damage. All right, they go Porygon. It already burns. I think we Volt Switch into... so we're not going to kill. Yeah, we Volt Switch. I think they Trick Room or Recover. I think Passimian's better than sacrificing Frostmoth, but Passimian could win too. Let's just go Passimian. I think it's all right. They Shadow Ball. Cool. Then we can just knock off. And they're not able to Rapid Spin because we have the double ghosts. Main problem is our Spiritomb's a little low. All right, Sand Slash comes out. I don't think Spiritomb can take 2 hits. And once they get up hazards, we're gonna have a hard time recovering. But all right, cool. I think we then Pain Split instead of Will-O-Wisp, because we need some health. But would we die? We might. Let's see. Rotom to Sand Slash. I was seeing their timer was stressing me out, like I was gonna time out. Oh, they might be no. Hopefully they're 0 attack. Without leftovers, and if we're at 12 and they're at 63, how much does our pain split give us? We're gonna get 39%, and okay, so we're still gonna die. That's not great. Yeah, that's not great. And we are in range of stealth rocks too. I think we go for Will-O-Wisp. All right, we're dead. We can go Frostmoth and Quiver Dance, but Snorlax isn't going to die to the next hit. So we can go Spiritomb and Pain Split or Foul Play. That might be better than going into the other guy now. If I don't heal, if this dies, then I don't have anything for their Sand Slash, but I don't think I can let them get up multiple hazards. I'm a Pain Split once. All right, now we'll Foul Play. No, all right, hopefully they don't have rocks or spikes too, because then our Pissimian is dead. Actually, this is pretty good though. We could maybe win with even this, because we outspeed Gloom. They're gonna take spikes. Oh, I didn't realize I pretty much died to their helmet. Okay, I shouldn't have maybe done that. All right, Pissimian comes out. They have to lock in a knockoff. I don't think Frostmoth can survive that. I think we have to go into this. I think we have to close combat. It's a speed tie. Yeah, it didn't have enough things. I still think we lose. I should have probably switched into Spiritomb. Oh, and there I should have probably Terra Fighting so that we would kill. Yeah, that was also a mistake. I think I should have went to Spiritomb on what's his name? On Sand Slash. Then we could have Spun Block and maybe then just gone Frostmoth at that point. Fired off an Ice Beam. Something would have died. Letting Whiscash go is, I think, fine. Letting Wyrdeer go, I think, was all right. Maybe I was a little too eager to go into Frostmoth. But, I mean, with them paralyzed, it was kind of like we get a free turn almost every time. Maybe I should have gone into Rotom here instead of taking a Sludge Bomb, because Pissimian taking damage was relevant. Even if I Terra Fighting at the end there, I think Snorlax with Rest, Curse, Body Slam would have beat Pissimian. So, yeah, here I could have attacked with the Ground Terror Blast and it was a 3-hit KO. But there was a chance they could have just killed us. Like a decent chance, but it wasn't a great chance. And yeah, here I took more damage on this because I was like, if they get paralyzed, then we can, you know, we're in the same spot again. Overall, not too bad though. All right, we got one up against Sticky Webs, and they have Rapid Spin. We got the double Ghost types though. I think Sticky Webs or T-Spikes actually they could also have. So yeah, getting in Spiritomb and being a poison type might be worth it, but and becoming a poison type, I mean, to absorb the T-Spikes might be worth it. Who will get poison on our team? I guess Pissimian, Spiritomb, Wyrdeer. That could just be me like expecting too much, or we just lead Wyrdeer and just attack this guy. Kind of wish we had Taunt. We could lead Whiscash and get up hazards of our own, and maybe that would deter them from. But we kind of want Whiscash for the Jolteon. I think Frostmoth will be able to win. I don't think Cryogon will do too much to us. So I think that's just what we have to go for. It's just, do we need to, what else do we have to worry about? You know, I think leaving Pissimian's okay. We can just U-turn or knock off. We have speed, Jolteon, this. It's fine. A U-turn. We can go into Spiritomb if we're scared of a T-Spike coming up. Okay, they tear Ghost. I don't think they would Toxic right away or something like that, because I also don't want Spiritomb getting Toxic. So they also have the Dark move we'd have to worry about, like a knockoff Sucker Punch and stuff. Wyrdeer would drop their attack. Do they have T-Spikes? Do they have the T-Spikes? Hopefully they don't. We're going Wyrdeer. Toxic Thread. Okay, cool. I don't think they have T-Spikes plus Toxic Thread. So, let's Thunder Wave. I don't think they go Jolteon. They could go more Pico, I guess. So, maybe it'd be better just to do the other thing, but that's alright. Okay. And then, do we confuse them? They have they have Sticky Web now. Our Passimian's now boosted, but also slower. Frostmoth, like I already said. We have stuff for the stuff that we're scared against. I think let's just hit this. And we crit them and get a defense raise. Alright. What comes in next? We're a bulky guy. And we have that defense raise. Jolteon and Lilligant aren't probably going to be doing a whole lot of damage initially. This comes out. We can probably double edge and maybe kill this. And this thing's a problem. Throat Chop. And they're sashed. Okay. So Spiritomb will finish him off. And I'll be able to knock off our item. I think that's alright. Just double edge again. Yeah, we go Spiritomb. Just click Foul Play. They actually, maybe they don't have a knockoff. Yeah, they have Throat Chop, so. And then we'll Toxic whatever comes out, I think. Probably one of those guys. Which, hopefully with Spiritomb, should be decent. Or with Frostmoth, I'm sorry. Jolteon has Alluring Voice. This. I mean, we could just Will-O-Wisp this. I mean, or we could go Passimian in close combat. I'm gonna keep this a little bit healthier. Keep our leftovers. Let's go Passimian. Because this is, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not gonna be doing a whole lot. They Aura Wheel. Are they Choice Banded? That does so much. Passimian to Morpeko. I could just be underestimating the damage. No, that's... They did 60. Jolly +1. No, they're adamant. Morpeko is a huge problem. Now I just lost this. I should have stayed in. Oh well. They're sashed on this too. Oh, and they didn't have the electric move that time. Okay. Okay, it's not that bad then. It's not great, but all right. I wish I had Shadow Sneak. Now they have the dark one, which isn't great, but I think we can take it. We'll Foul Play again to finish them off. You know, this is all right. I think we're higher than we would have been. And they Aura Wheel instead of knockoff, so we still have our leftovers. Okay, Jolteon. I think we just go right into Whiscash. Okay. And then I think we Earth Power first. They don't have leftovers. And now I think we Stone Edge. Because they're +2. If they Terra Fairy, they're gonna take like do nothing. +2. Oh, they're Alluring Voices. Oh. Their Alluring Voice. Oh, it does have a high chance to 2-hit KO. I want to 2-hit KO them. And Stone Edge is my best bet. So I think I just go for that. Nice. All right, now we just have to hit one more, and it looks like it's in our favor to kill them. Stone Edge, Spit F drop, and they're dead. Nice. All right, on Lilligant, we go hard Frostmoth, I think. They could have No, they can't have Terrifier. Yeah, so they have Grass, Bug Move. I think that's all they have. Cryogonal comes out. How much does Rotom take? Terra Steel Rotom's not bad. Let's go Rotom. Oh, they have Flash Cannon. Okay. And that did 19. I think we just Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that did a lot more than I thought it would do. I think Terra Steel is fine. But based on that damage, they're offensive. So I should have Terra Steel the previous turn. 252. Freeze Dry. Ice Beam. Flash Cannon. They did 72. So if I Terra Steel, we're still dead. Yeah. A little bit of a mistake. But they did just go for Flash Cannon versus our Frostmoth. So I think we might be able to win with Frostmoth. I'm just going to have to go into and just Quiver Dance a bunch of times. I think Miss Sack Whiscash right now. Go for Stone Edge. We'll see if they have Freeze Dry. Oh, they don't have Freeze Dry. All right, we missed that. I mean, we hit 2. So I'm happy that we hit 2. The 2 that were more important, I think. I was expecting to die Freeze Dry anyway, so now we go Frostmoth and we Quiver Dance. Their Flash Cannon's going to do 27 to 32. How many boosts do we need to kill them? 3? Oh no. Yeah, 3 at least. Oh, and that can Spit F drop us too. All right, I could Terra Ground. Then we take more from Ice Beam. So I think we Quiver. They don't Spit F drop us, so that means we can sub. Then we can Quiver Dance again. And now at +3, Terra Blast says it kills if they're 0 HP. And they scoop it up. Hey, let's go Frostmoth. I should have Terra Steeled. All right, we got one. And they've got an electric type, so that could be immune to our Wyrdeer. They also got the Passimian of their own, Quillfish. So Wyrdeer is going to give their Passimian the Defiant Rays. Leading Spiritomb and Toxing things doesn't seem too bad though, or Will-O-Wisp. So they also have Whimsicott. I mean, unless they lead Passimian, Wyrdeer is fine. So I kind of am tempted just to lead with it. We do have Spiritomb, so I think let's lead Wyrdeer. Cool. This isn't too bad. And we could paralyze this thing right away, so let's do that. We get crit, and we don't miss. That's pretty good. Now, are they specs based on that? I don't think so, because that's pretty bad damage if Whim for being specs otherwise. Yeah, 57, so they're not specs. So they're just attack. And we also don't outspeed them. Which is kind of funny. Do we just go for the double edge to try and get off as much damage as we can? I think let's go for the Psyshield Bash, otherwise we might kill ourselves. All right. And are they leftovers? They are not. Cool. We'll go for another Psyshield Bash. Getting some defense raises. In comes Regirock. All right. Para on this. Not as optimal. Because they also have the rock move that could hit Rotom kind of hard. And Iron Defense isn't plus body press. Like, they can still use the rock move on Spiritomb as well. So, but I mean, we could Thunder Wave this thing. Or we could just go into maybe Rotom and Will-O-Wisp. And then if they go into Whimsicott, then we can, let's go Rotom. If they go into Whimsicott, we'll outspeed it, so. Go into this and Will-O-Wisp. If they go Whimsicott, we can Hex it. We missed our Will-O-Wisp. I kind of want to Will-O-Wisp him again. I mean, we could become a Steel type, but then we are weak to the rock move or fighting move. I wonder how well Spiritomb can take a hit from this. I think it's just Volt Switch. 62. Hopefully that's just Spadef. Cryogonal. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's just Spadef. So now we can go Passimian and do some damage. Don't have hazard control, but I think we're okay enough against stuff that they have. We can go for a knockoff or a close combat. I wonder if we would 2-hit KO Quillfish. Once we get the attack raise, they'll intimidate us. Terrifying close combat. Oh, it is a guarantee. It says it's guaranteed to a KO. Huh. Terrifying close combat seems kind of nice. Then we can get rid of Quillfish and we don't have to worry about what it could do. I don't know if we even need Terra Ground. And I don't know if we need anything else. So I think that's Terrafighting. Okay, they sack Whimsicott. That makes sense. I think it's all right. You know, could have been nice to get rid of the Quillfish. But yeah, I think Scarf Passimian is pretty good, so. Whimsicott being parried from the Wyrdeer did make Whimsicott not really a check for us as much, so. I don't think we want to stay in here. I think we either go Wyrdeer or Spiritomb. And I think Spiritomb's better. Or I mean, Wyrdeer's better. Though we'd be able to get a Will-O-Wisp off on something, but I don't really want to get poisoned. Yeah, they're just gonna get a bunch of spikes up potentially. Okay, they go for Liquidation. They seem to be offensive. Wyrdeer, Quillfish. Are they scarfed? They are scarfed. 24, 26. Yeah, they're probably offensive, something like that. So let's double into Spiritomb. Let's go for a Will-O-Wisp again. We could Foul Play, but I think they might switch. All right, we get this. It's not horrible. And how much does Cryogonal do to us? I think they're gonna attack, so we'll Foul Play, and then maybe we can go into Passimian. All right, they just attack again. It's all right, I think. This is dead. That's nice. Quillfish comes out. I think we sack Wyrdeer now. They SD. All right. So that means we could burn them with a Rotom. We also do have Spiritomb with Foul Play. As long as we have Rotom too, I think we can beat the Regirock. We don't need both. So let's double edge. Can we go Spiritomb? We go for the Will-O-Wisp, or do we just foul play? Spiritomb to Quillfish. +1 attack. I think we might be able to. I think we can live. Oh, damn it. We can't live that. Well, I should have just went Passimian then, because Passimian could kill. But even they're at +1, so does Aqua Jet kill is what I'm thinking. Shoot, that did a lot. Yeah, no, we were dead there. Man, the offensive Quillfishes are really cool. I've seen a couple Scarf ones, a few less SD ones, but it is scary. And they're probably, so they're Eviolite, so they're bulkier, right? Passimian, Terra Fighting. Okay, they sack Jolteon. We can't let Quillfish boost again. Their Passimian comes out. Honestly, it might be better just to let this die. But... or I could go Whiscash. Let's go Whiscash. Knock off. Okay, then we'll Earth Power. Gonna Earth Power again. I don't know if we're faster. I think we might be slower because we're minus speed. I think we Earth Power. Okay. Earth Power again. We might... Now I'm giving them another SD with Quillfish, though. Or Oblivious. Do we even 2 at KO? Okay, we do 2 at KO. Oh, and they're leftovers. You know, Passimian, do you live? I don't know if we live. No! That's alright. Would Rotom have lived? No, if Passimian didn't live, Rotom definitely doesn't live. Hey, this Quillfish is a demon. There's Terra Blast. The Terra Fighting on our Passimian I don't think was a bad call. Yeah, Wyrdeer on lead was pretty good. Thunder Waving Regirock I don't think would have done anything. Missing Will-O-Wisp on Crogonal is not that bad. Going Passimian Terra Fighting I think was okay. Then I go Wyrdeer. Then I go Spiritomb. Then we get the burn. Then I attack. Then I expect them to recover and I close combat. Maybe I should have just close combated again, but I thought they were scarfed. So they would have outsped us and killed us, which is why I switched. And then they SD'd. So then instead of going Spiritomb, maybe I should have gone Passimian here. But Quillfish at +1 with Terra Water. And their leftovers. So we wouldn't have died if I had gone Passimian. We would have been at 40 something. Yeah, so I should have gone Passimian here instead of Spiritomb. And then I would have still had Spiritomb for their Passimian. But it would have been, they probably would have switched Sack Jolteon instead. And then brought Quillfish right back in. Though actually no, we still wouldn't have died. At -1, Aqua Jet, Terra Water, unless they were adamant, which they could have been. So then they probably would have gone their Passimian and they maybe would have U-turned, I don't know. But it was a pretty close one. Just not keeping the right things and stuff exactly, but all right, we got one. Up against Typhlosion. So our Whiscash will be needed for that. The Vikavolt is also a little scary. Wyrdeer is weak to that. Frostmoth could be cool if we get boosting. Yeah, I think we want to. I mean, what would they lead with? If we lead Whiscash and Terra Dragon, that wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's try that. If they lead Vikavolt, if we Terra Dragon, then we will take a lot less from the grass moves. So then maybe we can still take it from Typhlosion is what I'm thinking. Do we need our Terra for anything else? I don't really know. Terra Fairy-on Wyrdeer would be... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, also they have a Defying guy and a Scrappy guy, so Wyrdeer's ability is useless. I think let's get up rocks. So let's do that. And what do we know anything based on that damage? Whiscash, Vikavolt, Energy Ball, Terra Dragon. Probably just max special attack. No, Stone Edge. Awesome. Didn't want that anyways. Would have been pretty good. Probably gonna Bug Buzz now, just to weaken us a little bit, especially since we missed. But all right, they Volt Switch. That's better. Hopefully something comes in and we actually hit. Decidueye. Just a little damage is fine. All right, and they're offensive because they took the rocks. So they're probably Lumberry. So yeah, we go Rotom. Let's see, do they boost? They triple arrows. That is good. I think we go for the Will-O-Wisp. Even though... I mean, what do they do? They SD maybe? I think that's what you go for. You go for SD. Or you could just attack. Okay, they're Lum. Okay, they do just attack. All right. Now I think we go Wyrdeer. And I think we go for Thunder Wave. I mean, or we could go for the Psyshield Bash. Let's do that. Just in case they could also go Vikavolt. Vikavolt has decent Fizz Def. They probably have no idea what we're going to do. I don't think they would just Terra Dark. So, okay, they do Terra Dark. Well, I mean, our Passimian will kill them. I think we just have to let this thing go. We'll go for Confuse Ray. Passimian. Actually, U-turn might just kill them. Passimian +1 to Decidueye. Terra Dark. Yeah, we do. Good chance to. Okay, Vikavolt comes out. So I think we go Frostmoth and Quiver Dance. U-turn did a lot. I think we Quiver Dance. I mean... I know they have this, but okay, they are boots. So let's go Spiritomb. Then we can, unfortunately, can go back into Vikavolt and like lose nothing. They probably want to conserve this thing. Foul play is not gonna. I think let's just Toxic. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize they were weren't heavy duty boots. Okay, so they were sashed. Okay, Braviary comes out. We are infiltrators, so yeah, we can just burn them. All right. And we'll go for a pain split. I'm a little, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this, but you know, maybe. All right, they're getting fast. And now we will just knock them out with a foul play. We're probably dead to Decidueye. Frostmoth could beat Mismagius. Whiscash could probably beat Typhlosion. This can beat Avalugg. Decidueye, Passimian is like our best thing. But as you can see, I said 4 Pokemon and we have 4. So that means we need all of them. I think just going right into Passimian. They're gonna go for the triple arrows. They don't defense drop us, that is good. They're dead to U-turn. Alright, they're going Typhlosion. Then we can go Whiscash. And then we can go for Stone Edge so that we would hit Mismagius and they don't come out for free. Or we don't worry about them, we just Earth Power. Because they do more to this thing. Okay, not bad. I think we can take a hit. But they might have Roost. Frostmoth, when did we take damage? Oh, that was from Vikavolt. I think we need this for the Typhlosion, so I think I go Passimian because then we can go Frostmoth afterwards and kill them. So, all right, and they just Roost. And we just U-turn again. They're still dead. If they go Mismagius, we get to go Frostmoth, Quiver Dance. If they go Avalugg, their Sturdy's broken. Yeah, that does insane damage. If they have Thunder Wave, that wouldn't be great. If they're Trick, that also wouldn't be great. So maybe we just Ice Beam. Let's just Ice Beam. That is insane. What? All right, we just 2-hit KO them with Ice Beam. I did not know that would happen. All right, I think we're all right. This outspeeds Decidueye. And then Mismagius, we should be able to beat. I think Whiscash can take 2 hits. I think we sack Spiritomb. We'll just go for a foul play. Then we go Passimian. And go for a U-turn again. Which will kill... Actually, this is dead to rocks, so it's just Mismagius. Pretty sure this thing dies to U-turn. Is it worth the risk if it doesn't? +2. Okay, it kills. Okay, they sack Typhlosion. They go Mismagius. Sorry if you guys hear the landscaping outside. That's a thing. Then we go Whiscash. Because Frostmoth can win. I guess we do need to worry about Sucker Punch, though. Frostmoth, Sucker Punch. With a Choice Band, we would die, but without a Choice Band, we do not die. So that's good. Just go for Stone Edge. Just go for Stone Edge. I think we're still okay. I think we can... We just send out Frostmoth and attack. Maybe we do need a Quiver Dance, just to make sure. +2. Yeah, we should be alright. Oh, the Nasty Plotted again. That's not great. But I still think we can take 1, but... once we get +1. Yeah. So we go this. I think we have to Quiver Dance because we don't kill and they're going to heal with Draining Kiss potentially. And we just lose. If we Stone Edged, actually, I don't think we would have, even if we hit the Stone Edge, I don't think it would have mattered. So, hey, wasn't in it after all. Go to the end down there. I mean, missing a Stone Edge on Unspeakable, it's Stone Edge. It is what it is, but yeah, the Decidueye is a problem. Typhlosion was handled, so I mean, we did do a good job at that. Yeah, I was sleeping on the Mismagius. So maybe here? Oh, this was a mistake. I should have just U-turned. I should have just stayed in and U-turned. We would have been fine. So I kind of threw because this Decidueye would die to Ice Beam, right? Without any bulk. Just this one Terra Dark. After rocks, it would be at 57. Okay, so it wouldn't die. Okay. But if I U-turned and they nasty plotted, or if I U-turned here and they just attacked, then I could go Frostmoth and Quiver Dance. And I still think we would be okay, maybe? It would just come down if they have Sucker Punch, but they probably have Knockoff, so yeah, I think I should have just attacked here. And then Stone Edge only did 34, so even if I hit that one, it wouldn't have mattered. Well, I think it has been over an hour. I didn't realize how long it's been already, but unfortunately didn't get to do as much as I wanted to with Wyrdeer. Really didn't get to click Thunderwave Parafusion at all, but I like the idea of it still. I think it's honestly like not the worst way to, if you're trying to use Psyshield Bash. Because like slapping a Choice Band on this thing, I mean, it might be, you could do that, but it's like Zen Headbutt would be better. I guess you could do Stored Power Psyshield Bash, but it's a physical move. I think in OU I had used, let me see if I can pull up the set. I had used an Assault Vest Wyrdeer with Psyshield Bash that, yeah, that was pretty fun. I can't remember what all this was for, but basically, Charge Beam plus Terra Blast. I think if we just Terra'd, it would be physical, but if after a Charge Beam, Terra Blast would become special. So we could have a special or physical. I think honestly, Assault Vest might be the best way to use Psyshield Bash. Is what that's all I was trying to say. Because you could run special moves with it still and go physical. You might want to just decrease your speed instead of special attack like this, but oh, Earthquake was for Heatran. It was fun. It actually worked pretty well, and I think I did kill a Heatran with it. But I think this isn't the worst way to use Psyshield Bash either. Quite a few problems for the team. Decidueye especially is super scary. What else? Oh yeah, the Quillfish was pretty scary. Having just these ghost types. I think maybe a max HP Rotom actually could have been better versus the Quillfish, but I don't know how much better it would have been. But we would have probably killed them with a Volt Switch, even without the special attack, because Quillfish doesn't have great special defense. But excuse me, besides for maybe making this max HP, obviously if I Terra Steeled versus that Crognal, that would have worked out better. If I just attacked with the U-turn with the Passimian, that would have worked out better. Not having Surf was fine on this, though I never got up more than one hazard. But that could just be me. I'm pretty bad with getting up hazards, I've noticed. I'm also pretty bad with double switching. Sometimes with when I'm using bulkier teams, sometimes I just like totally forget about double switching. Unless I have like a super scary wall breaker, sometimes I'm just like, don't even think of it. So maybe a few better switches could have also gotten us somewhere. But Spiritomb with the double status, I clicked Will-O-Wisp more than Toxic only because of the defense drop, but I think Toxic would have been just as fine. I don't think I ever even burned the Quillfish, which is the thing with Spiritomb I've noticed, like, or just a lot of Will-O-Wisping Pokemon, except for like Rotom, you know, just because we're so slow, it's like foul play is better. Unless you're anticipating them to switch, then you're just throwing it off and they're switching anyways. So like, I think Toxic would have been Monotoxic, and then we could have gone Shadow Sneak or Hex, is all I'm trying to say. And then Frostmoth was great. I mean, yeah, overall, that's the team. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, maybe we get some more Wyrdeer action some other time, but it was still fun. It was mostly trying to get the Frostmoth to work, but yeah, that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching. There'll be a Pokepaste of the team in the description as usual, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.